Welcome to the PP Show, where the D-Gens come to have discussions. Here at the PP Show, everyone has a voice, no matter how long you've traded in the markets. We love all opinions at the PP Show, and we hope you do too. Always remember this show is mainly comprised of opinion, speculation, and entertainment. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, you dildo enthusiasts. God bless Teddy and G-Merica. One last thing, always remember, talk is cheap. It takes money to buy whiskey.
Fellas, how the fuck you doing tonight, man? It's great to see you guys. Hope you guys have been well as we get together again on another goddamn episode, man, of the ThePPShow. So it's great to see you guys. Hope you guys have been well tonight, man, as we enter in to an exciting fucking day tomorrow, man. Again, bears beware, you're in for a scare. Could we potentially see a run happen on Halloween? God fucking knows, right? But again, we have a lot of interesting things we need to dive into tonight. Obviously, Roaring Kitty has exited his Chewy position, which I do want to dive into here tonight. We could quite literally see the greatest YOLO take place very soon. Not that he hasn't already fucking YOLO'd into GameStop, but we could quite literally see another fucking cycle here in just a few short days, man. So I'm very fucking excited if you ask me. We got a lot of stuff to dive into tonight, man. A couple things I want to take a look at this evening. We do have just one docket, very short one that we need to look at as well. A lot of good tinfoil here tonight, man. So if you like that tinfoil like PP does, you made it to a excellent episode here tonight. So let's get in the legality. We won't waste any more time. We'll jump straight in the show here, and we'll get things on a move here. So keep in mind, man, I am not a financial expert, nor am I a financial advisor. So please seek the avenues to do so. You're not going to find it here. A lot of this is opinion. A lot of this is speculation. A whole bunch of man's entertainment, if you haven't guessed it already. We like getting together. We like talking about the stock, and that's really all there is to it, man. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind, any guests who come to the show, man, nobody here is a professional. So if you hear any opinion, speculation, TA, things like that, keep in mind, man, nobody here is a professional. We like getting together. We like talking about the stock, and that's really all there is to it. So let's fucking dive into it tonight. Chat, please give a warm welcome to none other than Michael. All right, Michael, how the fuck are we doing tonight, my man?
Would have been a little better if I would have sold the top this morning.
For what? Your options. Yes. So tell me about those options, man. I'm dying to know, are they in the money or what's going on with the options that you're running, man? Let's hear it tonight.
I mean, I have some 22s and some 20s for later. Not very many, though. I wish I had more. But I definitely have quite a few 25s for this Friday.
Okay, it can happen. I mean, 25, it's pretty close, man. 20, you need $2. I mean, that's easily achievable, man.
It's just what's really messing with me, one, besides just the tinfoil of bears beware.
Yes.
And besides Ryan Cohen saying YOLO.
Yep.
Just
there was that
10 million volume come in 3 days in a row. That's like almost 4 times as much volume as typically has come in. And so it's like, I don't understand like how it would just like come in like almost enough to like, spark a huge run, but not do it yet. It's just super weird to me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good if you ask me. Obviously, we're having some pullback here when it comes to, some of the basket stocks. IEP got hit very hard yesterday. It's kind of recovered very slightly today, a little over $13. DJT is probably the hardest one hit thus far, from a top of $54 down to about 37 after hours into tonight. And again, I kind of expected this, kind of looking back at the 15th. The 15th, we had a super big red day. I assumed that maybe whatever cycles going on here, whether it be a 2-week cycle, whatever it may be. I assumed on the 30th we'd probably see some pullback. Sure enough, today we did. I thought maybe bottom was 39, but looks like it's gone a little bit lower than that. I don't know. The biggest question is how this is going to kind of tie into as we go into elections next week, for those of you that are playing DJT, obviously. When it comes to GameStop, I don't know, man. I think there's a very strong likelihood that we could see some price action here. I mean, again, Roaring Kitty has liquidated his entire Chewy position. And what I found very bizarre, too, I had joined Moon Knight's space call yesterday. One thing I found very interesting is the price. And obviously, he sold his Chewy back on September 20th. But the weirdest thing for me was how the price obviously didn't react to that. So I don't know. Just very interesting stuff, obviously.
Yeah, it makes sense why they left it as an FTD. that big 9 million share order for Chewy because like I guess they knew he was going to sell or something. I don't know. I mean, it's weird, but I'm optimistic. I think we're. I mean, if we at least get a run to like 26, I'll be super happy. Which I think that if it kind of broke through 24, and I think on the next either tomorrow or Friday, it could just punch through that and maybe go up to 26 or who knows, maybe 30. So
yeah. Yeah. So, no, I think it's very much doable. So let's go ahead and welcome real quick Travis onto the show. And then we have a couple guests here backstage we're going to pull onto the show as well here tonight. Chat, please give a warm welcome to none other than Travis the Stripper. All right, what's going on, Travis? Great to see you tonight, my man. How the fuck was the boys' trip, man? Let's hear it.
It was awesome. Great time. I woke up Sunday and everything hurt. Gosh, 3 days of golf straight. I mean, that's all it was.
Oh, gotcha.
Man. It was brutal. It catches up to me. I'm not in my 20s anymore. So yeah,
right.
It was fun though. We had a great time.
Right on. Excellent stuff. Well, good to hear. Good to hear it tonight, Travis. We got a lot to dive into, man. Obviously, Roaring Kitty has exited his position, things like that. Now, I do want to take a look at a little bit of data here. I do kind of also tonight want to try to find out on the emoji timeline where the fuck we're at. I do think that when Cohen kind of posts that picture with like the wrinkles on his forehead, I think he might have been alluding possibly to DJT here, and maybe that cycle has possibly we've moved past that cycle. Obviously, there was the flag, the microphone, things like that, which again, some people are saying that on the emoji timeline that was DJT. It's very hard to say, right? But I do want to dive into it tonight, kind of try to pinpoint best we can where we're at in terms of this. But anything that you want to add regarding maybe Roaring Kitty selling out of his Chewy stock back in September that we've now seen as of yesterday?
I mean, the dog days of summer are over, right?
That's how it seems. Yeah, it seems like the dog days are over now.
Yeah, pretty amazing. If he sold on the 30th, I think I read somewhere that he didn't make a whole lot off each share, but because of the amount of shares he made, like I don't know, over what was it, $18 million or something like that. Depends on exactly when he bought. I mean, it fluctuated throughout the timeline, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm kind of with you on this that I think we'll get an update, like. Take the gains, throw them back in GME.
That's what I'm thinking.
Or Bed Bath bonds. There was like $5 million dollars worth or something.
There was a shitload of money going on onto the bonds today as well. Yeah, I think it was around 4 million or so, 4.2. A very large number that we're going to take a look at too. But good to see you here tonight, Travis. Let's go ahead and welcome the rest of the guests here on stage here. Excuse me. And then I want to take a look at some of this data here from today. We got Mongol here with us. We also have 10 Shorts. We have Anasthera as well. Chat, please give a warm welcome to these fine gentlemen here at the PP Show. All right, fellas, what's going on? We got Anasthera here with us, 10 Shorts, and also Mongol. Can we get a mic test there, Anasthera?
Yeah, good to see you guys. How's it going?
What's going on, man? Good to see you tonight. 10 Shorts, what's going on?
Hey, do I sound terrible?
No, yeah, you sound fine.
Good. Okay, good.
All right, excellent. Good to see you here tonight. 10 Shorts and Mongol. Can we get a mic test?
Check.
Hello.
All right,
How do I sound?
Excellent. Yes, good stuff. You both sound good. All right.
Cool.
All right. So real quick, I do want to take a look at obviously a little bit of data of what's going on when it comes to GameStop. I know some of you guys probably want to show a little bit of TA here. I think 10 Shorts wanted to as well. I know Mongol does too. Obviously, I want to take a look at a little bit of the data, some of what's to expect here. So give me just one moment just to pull this up real quick here. Okay. All right. So, regarding GameStop here, total short volume reported today was 39% on GME. Again, it's holding pretty well, man, if you ask me. Things are looking pretty good. when it comes to obviously GameStop here. Short interest report, we're still waiting on. Borrow fees.
They have to fudge the numbers a little bit more, so it's believable.
Yeah, I
What's
mean,
XRT at, dude? That's a good thing to look at.
I don't know. That's a good question. We'll look at it here in just 1 second. Yeah, if we can take a look at XRT too. So fees for GameStop still low, man. Nobody is borrowing a single fucking share to drop the price right now, which we saw time and time again, right? For the last 3 years, no one was really scared to borrow a shitload of shares here and dump. That's not what you're seeing. And again, I've said it many times here at the show. They know that DFV is one of the biggest wild cards when it comes to obviously GameStop. And I don't think anyone really typically wants to be on the short end of this. So again, I don't think you're really going to see a lot of borrowing when it comes to obviously the stock on GameStop here. FTD is still pretty low here. Yeah, overall, not a lot of FTDs. I still don't believe that they have 0 day FTDs on this thing. Personally, I don't believe it. Considering the stock price is always suppressed to some kind of like level, obviously. Give me
the FTDs for those days just burned up in the obligations warehouse.
Yeah, that's probably why they say 0, right? Off exchange here, 51%, actually pretty low. SIBO right here with another 11% takes us up to 62% total. Another 4% takes us up to 66%. So still like high 60s when it comes to off exchange volumes here. Nothing's really changed really a whole lot when it comes to GameStop, but the price is up $3, man. So things are looking pretty bullish here. I think a lot of people out there, institutions as well, are kind of expecting to see something happen regarding deep value. Now, the biggest question is he going to dump his money and create another cycle on GameStop? Has he already done this, right? And we're about to see potentially something kind of cycle out here by tomorrow or through the end of the week, or potentially is he going to dump his money into another stock like he did with Chewy? That's really the biggest question right now. I do like to think that he's going to create another cycle when it comes to GameStop. I do think that the company is still kind of on their way to raise more additional capital. Maybe they've kind of capped out how much capital they need, but nobody really knows where this thing goes next, obviously. But I think a lot of institutions are kind of obviously walking on eggshells here when it comes to borrowing the stock and things like that. All right. Give me 1 second here. Who wanted to show some TA regarding this? 10 shorts. Did you want to show a little bit of TA in terms of GME real quick?
I can't actually stream. I'm on my girlfriend's iPad, but you can let Mongol take over. And I literally want to talk about like one level. Like he can probably just put it on his trading view. It's not that
great.
lengthy.
Yeah. We can start with GameStop because I do want to take a look real quick at a couple of these other data points, XRT as well. Real quick, Crayon Green out there with the 5 PPShow gifted memberships. Appreciate your support, Crayon Green. Again, if you got a membership out there, be sure to give it thanks in the chat, fellas. We also got SZ with the 20. Appreciate the love, SZ. Short hedge fund butt rammer with the PP membership for 11 months. Appreciate your support, butt rammer. 600 call contracts. Can I get that level up, PP? Yes, we'll get you a goddamn level up tonight. Holy fucking shit. 600 call contracts. What strikes, my man? We also got good vibes out there with the 5. Reminder that the Teddy book with the trash truck is also the ice cream book, which I do want to take a look at tonight, man. Again, yeah, we'll go ahead and let Mongol show some TA here. We'll get butt rammer that PP level up, and then I want to take a quick look here at what we're looking at.
Is that a subtle dig?
All right, what in God's name are we looking at here, Mongol?
Oh, sorry.
Run us through it.
I got something on the stove. What's up, PP? What's up, everybody?
What's going on, man? Let's see it. What do you have for us regarding GameStop potentially? Is Michael's options going to be in the money by Friday or what? We're gearing $25 per share.
Pulte just said gambling is bad, so maybe that's me saying I'm going to get wrecked. So.
Yeah, fuck, man. I don't even know how do you play options with this, man? It's like, dude, it's look at this. It's a snake. Okay.
I see pretty colors.
There we go. No, yeah, go back to the other one.
Is this real? Is this like?
Yeah. Again, dude,
okay.
No. Again, I was showing some other people on the space too, but again, these levels they hold. So, what did I say, PP? That orange line, bro. It bounced right off of it. Again, none of these bigger trends are new. These are not new lines. And
Mongol's speaking my language, dude. I've been saying that for like a year. That there's shit that goes back to like 2020 and like farther.
And what again, dude? It blows my mind that it actually jumps to these levels again. Whatever levels. So what? So see again, I didn't. This is not a new line. This is from following a trend, and bounced right off of it. Where these even on Monday, PP, it was like, yo, where these red lines are crossing. What a trip, man. Anyways. These are the levels it's bouncing off of. Let's check out the 1 day Mac.
Mongol, only I speak this level of retard. Just talk to me and I'll understand everything you're saying.
Man, no, I don't even understand it sometimes.
Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? I thought my chart.
That's like, of course, you don't fully understand it.
So what levels are you targeting then for, like, let's say like this Friday, for instance? Do you think that we are because last time we were speaking also with Dragon 2 on Monday, he had said that this was kind of like a full-on breakout kind of starting here. So I'm assuming that there's like, there is a potential obviously to see a run that could start tomorrow and run all the way through next week. But I mean, what are your thoughts, Mongol? And then I want to take a look at this XRT data that Travis has.
Well, if it's also tripping me out.
Could you do one thing for me, Mongol? Just quickly?
What you tell me, man. Talk to me.
Can you just turn them all off and then put a horizontal line at 2296? And then turn on Bollinger Bands? Just do that.
Where's Bollinger Bands?
Yeah, just horizontal 2296.
Hold on.
Yeah, just Bollinger Bands and then horizontal 2296.
Man, I don't turn on that kind of stuff. You gotta teach me. See, I'm not a TA person.
Don't worry about Bollinger Bands then. Just hit the little diagonal line at the top.
Yeah, you want
to hit the little side and then go horizontal and then
Right, where?
Do 2296. Just anywhere, just anywhere, and then adjust the price and.
Oh my fucking God, man. There's no way that you actually look at this shit. You know what's happening, man. There's no fucking way. It's better without all the yarn on the screen.
It's like going to a pink Floyd and laser light show, man. It's like colored lines hitting my eyeballs.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Now what does the cyan color represent?
Dude, there's like 50 fucking colors on this screen.
No. Yeah. Tell me the fuchsia and the magenta line here. Yeah,
it gives me fucking anxiety, man. Like,
hey, PP. It doesn't make mine look that bad now, huh?
No, not at all. I don't really know what we're looking at here, but yes.
So all right, this is the level it's holding at. This green fucking line right here.
Yes.
Right? Fucking, it jumped between. Look, okay.
I'm messing with you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Look. Okay.
Is this a GME like meltdown LARP or something? Like,
no, not at all, man.
No, I'm teasing.
Not at all. Again, dude, PP, I can't make this up, man. You know what I mean? This is downward pressure coming from a longer thing.
All right.
Fucking bounced right there.
I trust you.
You're holding at this $23 range now.
Yes.
Again, anything can happen if there's shit news, good news, but it looks like this thing just wants to go up on no volume. And if it continues up into this spot, again, it's doing the Wu-Tang right now. Okay.
Maybe that's what the tinfoil is, dude.
Yeah. All right. Real quick. I appreciate it, Mongol. Michael, what are we looking at here? And then I'm going to go to Travis's screen where we have this XRT data next. Real quick, Michael, go ahead, man.
Oh, I was getting the level for 10 shorts that he wanted. Which
I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, please. So if you look at 2296, and then if you, I'm gonna have to zoom in here, but what time frame are you on? 30 minutes? Yeah, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Go, turn on extended hours, like turn on so we could see like pre-market and after hours.
Oh shoot, I actually don't know how to turn it on.
See RTH right there. See left RTH, and then do ETH. Click that.
This one?
Click the little RTH thing. Yeah, click that, and then go.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I was talking about on Monday. So, it's the orange line, correct? I can't really see that well. Yeah, it's the orange line at the bottom. So basically, or no, it's the red line there. Can you make it thicker? Yeah, can you make it thicker?
Yeah.
So what I was talking about on Monday when I was on the show is basically I said right at the end, I said, look for us to test that level and then break above it, and it tested it 4 times. You can see, if you zoom in, we're basically, even before that, like on Tuesday, and then after hours Tuesday, it ran 5% once it broke it, and then you can see it came back down and tested it. And if you go to the 1 hour time frame and turn on the Bollinger Bands, you can see exactly why we're moving, how we're moving. So not only are we breaking out of through, the plus, yeah. Not only are we breaking out of these Fibonacci levels that Michael will show you, like yeah. So Bollinger Bands. You might have to set it up. You don't need to worry about it. Honestly, just don't worry about it. Just go back to 2021 on and look at that level. I forget this too, but because of the Forex split, wasn't there the battle for $80 back in 2021? Wasn't that like a thing where it?
That's right.
Like what is 2296 times? Yeah, so $91, but scroll back to 2021 and show them that, Michael. You might have to turn off.
You can see a lot of these ones right here.
You might have to turn on to daily candles, but
I'm on the daily, but it did hit.
Yeah,
here,
so look at that level,
here,
right?
Here, and here a bunch.
Yeah, so you see, it's been something where it's been a critical point for ages, right? And so for us to run 5% yesterday after we broke above it, like that's not a coincidence, right? And so then for us to even further come back down and retest it, it's looking really good. I think PP's absolutely right. In the next few weeks here, we're going to see another cycle. I think the algo is just trying to stem the tide a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's a high chance that he dumped a lot of his money because, again, like this sale for Chewy happened back on September 20th, right? So some people were saying that,
Isn't that what Biggie was talking about? That's what Biggie was talking about. We're talking about where he makes a big purchase, and then when the obligation comes due, that's when you see it.
Yeah, someone was saying that. Dude. Someone was saying that he also potentially was involved with the entire DJT kind of running too. So I don't know if he
that's probably Edwin Barnes QAnon bullshit.
I don't know. I have no fucking idea.
Guys,
it's hard to say, right? What he's kind of whether or not he's kind of just made a recent buy here. The biggest question right now is if he made a buy, would that actually require some kind of filing to come through as well? So I don't know. No one really knows where it wouldn't, right?
Not yet.
The float's so large, he can buy up so much right now and not.
All right. So, can I break it down for y'all a little bit simpler?
Go ahead, Travis.
Keep it simple, stupid.
And then Michael.
September 30th, what happened? This year. Come on.
What, 1 year of our shares being canceled?
September 30th?
13G that just came out.
Oh, yeah. The sale for Kitty.
All right. And let's say he took that money and he bought a certain amount of shares. Now, I'm just spitballing here, ideas. I'm not saying this necessarily happened. And, of course, they don't hit the lit market. They have T plus 35 to settle them. Today's what? 30 days later? We're getting up on that time frame. Maybe we're starting to see this hit.
Mm-hmm.
I could be off.
Yeah, I think he's right, dude. No, because that's what happened in May, right? Where basically, remember when Biggie was showing the data? And it was running up for the week and a bit prior. And then the reason it shot up to $80 pre-market on May 14th was because when it's with the actual 35th day, assuming that whenever that obligation is coming due, T plus whatever, when it's coming due on that day, the deadline for those shares to be delivered is by market open. So that's why you see it just go bananas with a VWAP order in pre-market, right? So what you're saying totally makes sense.
I mean, keep it simple. It's a probability and possibility. I'm not saying that's what's occurring here, but highly probable. I mean, it's Roaring Kitty. He YOLOs mostly just GME in that one account. So
correct.
Why not take your gains off Chewy, throw it into GME, and do your cycle again? Let IV settle for. We know IV was almost at a record low for the year.
When was his last tweet? Does it line up with the 13G? When you tweet?
No, his last tweet was him dropping the dog, and that was like 3 weeks before he actually sold.
Ah, yeah, I guess that makes sense. You can't really tweet it and then do it the same day.
Yeah.
Also,
go
go ahead. I have something I want to share here. Go ahead, Travis.
Oh no, that's all I was gonna say. I mean, his tweets don't line up, but again, he knows the cycles. Buy, let the stuff kind of run. Take 9 to 14 days of trading. Let it settle. IV settles. You buy your calls then. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
So, okay, I want to share this. Yeah.
So it could test 2250 again. You know this, right?
2250? Oh yeah, I'm sure it could probably bounce back off of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's how it moves anyways.
Sorry. I know
Actually,
Michael.
Travis. I'm going to send you 2 photos on Reddit quickly. Sorry, PB.
Go ahead, Michael. I know you were waiting. I want to bring something up about the Chewy sale here. This one guy highlighted something actually on Twitter, but go ahead, Michael.
Okay. Well, just the one thing is, I think that as far as it follows this kind of this triangle over here, the decision point seems to be either November 8th or potentially out here November 19th or so.
That lines up with the flag emoji, right? The election.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, for me, like a lot of these, like when it comes to a triangle, it's crazy how it'll just like jump up here, like this one right here. I didn't actually I drew this way before it happened.
Yeah, no, I was saying the same thing. Remember before last time, where I drew that line that we've been fighting the last 6 months, and the points are nowhere near where it connects to the exact peak of January 2021. Like, it's pretty insane. It's so algo based.
Yeah, it just ran right up into here, and so my worry is that GameStop might run all the way back to get into this triangle and then go up from there.
No, you think so?
It's at 2040.
You were saying that last time, but I'm not.
I mean, I think the volume is.
I have a little bit of faith,
but
yeah,
maybe
exactly.
It's just
maybe
in
after
the realm
the
of
run.
possibilities,
Yeah.
I think the Bollinger Bands don't either. I think it's very clear where it's. That's why I wanted you to turn them on before. But like, you can see where like on the 4 hour or whatever, it'll push into the bands and then kind of consolidate, push up. Like it's moving with the bands, and it did the exact same thing in May, where basically that's kind of the outer limit while it's kind of building up and gathering steam. And then when you see it go, then it rides on top of the bands, fucking shoots out, and it goes up like. Just fucking parabolic, right? Like,
yeah.
So it would make sense if this week what we're seeing is the exact same thing in May, where it broke out of a triangle, consolidated for a week, and then that second week on that Monday, then it you see the fucking you wake up and your face gets blown off by the fucking pre-market move, right? Like.
Yeah. Also, Anon came backstage here. He said we are 180 trading days from May start. So maybe the next cycle is about to start here. I mean, we could potentially see it go down tomorrow. I mean, again, like there's a lot of tinfoil
I love that,
around bears beware, you're in for a scare. There's a lot of Halloween themed type shit. I mean, even Kevin Gill, excuse me. Even Kevin Gill was fucking posting about like all this like Halloween type shit. The biggest thing for me that's very excuse me. Jesus Christ. Got something stuck in my throat. The biggest thing for me was like how bizarre it was that he kept posting his dog, right? Like in this like Halloween type stuff that we kept looking at. And all of us kind of sat here and we're just kind of like, well, why does he keep posting the dog? Maybe there will be a Chewy run, right? And the fact that Chewy didn't dump after this news came out, I think is very telling, to be honest with you. It's very interesting, but I want to take our attention to what this guy is saying here on the screen real quick. But right before that, Tech Trader out here in the chat, he said on September 20th, 187 million in shares were picked up in the dark pool, according to him. What else did Tech say here in this chat?
Can I just say one thing quickly?
Yes. Okay, I can't see the rest here, but yeah, again, that's a very good point from Tech. Yeah, go ahead.
But like, so you want to know why it didn't run? Is because he sold. So they have they have no interest in damaging that stock now because of he's out of it. They don't care, right? I mean, like they shorted off a cliff when he went in, right? And then they did nothing to it because yeah, I mean, who cares, right?
Surprisingly, it's holding like pretty well, like when it comes to Chewy, which we're going to take a look at here in a second. So Again, I kind of posed this question on Twitter. I said, so RK sold all his Chewy, the stock didn't move. Kansas City shuffled. This guy, Casey Shaw, he says you're missing the bigger picture. He caught them looking red-handed, and now somebody's stuck with the huge payout in a position that was tied to swaps. That will now have to be unwound, or they stand to lose massively at the price of Chewy drops. What are your guys' thoughts on that statement there? Do you think that there is a possibility here that he kind of did, in fact, pass this off to someone else that's kind of stuck here? And, you know, obviously we know that there's some kind of swap happening between GameStop and also Chewy, right? Like there's a reason why DFV kind of brought attention to like Chewy being involved in things like that. But where do you guys kind of stand with what this guy is saying? Do you think that he's correct, or do you think this is wrong?
You can go first.
Okay.
Go ahead, Anna Sarah.
I don't know for certain because in order to find out the actual answer, I would have to be able to look into swap data. But I do think that the key to everything that we want to find out is hidden in the swap data. If we really want to know what these movements are doing, I feel like that's a key piece of information that most people, maybe even everybody, are not really putting out there or really digging into. So I think it is quite possible that this might be the case, just based on that alone.
PP, there's a weird candle too in after hours for Chewy. I have it on my screen without all the lines, without all my crayons.
Yeah, like what? So yeah, that was the biggest thing that happened. So when that filing came out, right there, that right in the middle, right there, we saw the stock price go all the way down to 23. It went all the way back up to 28, and then it just went back to what it was trading at all day. So again, I think maybe this is like some kind of swap that's kind of occurring here when you really analyze the stock, because what the fuck is going on here with that giant candle there? Like, again, it goes all the way down to 23. It spikes up to 28, and then it comes back down to 26.
This is right now on Chewy?
That was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
1 minute?
Yo,
correct.
Y'all are talking like y'all still have some faith in the system.
You know, Travis is very right about that.
Like, y'all pass yourselves off as cynical people. Y'all act like y'all still have some faith in the system.
Oh my god, that fucking candle's weird. What?
I don't. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on here with this candle, because again, like, this is obviously algo driven, right? The fact that he drops his filing, I can guarantee you that the stock price should have gone all the way down to $23, $22 with this news coming out. You know, he's no longer playing Chewy and things like that. That's not what you saw. You saw for a split second, it goes to 23, back up to 28, back to normal trading. I think something's going on here. And there's a lot of theories being thrown out that, you know, potentially he sold and then he rebought in, right? You know, there's a possibility right there. We wouldn't really see that filing come through, I think, until tomorrow, if that were true. Or possibly he sold a stock and he bought GameStop, and he's hit this threshold where we may see a filing. Nobody really knows what happens next here. All we know is that to us, it appears like he is no longer in Chewy, right?
Share that.
Mongol, can you show you show 5 minute candles on? Oh yeah, wait.
Go ahead, Travis.
What was the date that he did the filing, or as of date?
That's a good question. Does let's pull the actual filing up.
I can pull it up for you.
September 30th.
I want to let's pull the actual file.
What was the volume on September 30th?
I have no idea. Tell us.
Okay, hold on. I gotta
okay.
It wasn't rhetorical.
I'm trying to find the.
It's right there.
I'm trying to find this filing real quick here.
That's fair. 4.9 million.
Here it is.
4.9 million. Now, as of 9:30, he said he exited his 9 million shareholding in Chewy. And if he exited on 9:30, why wasn't the volume at least 9 million?
Well, because
would it not show up if it got routed to dark pools or something? Like, I don't know why.
Whoa, hold on. Dark pools or lit pools don't matter. Volume is volume.
Okay.
Fair.
Where's the 9 million?
I think that's a really good question.
Well, that's kind of the question right now. Let me pull up this chart exchange, because obviously we know that there was a bunch of shares that they had FTD'd on, right? And the biggest question is, at the time we were kind of speculating whether or not this is obviously Roaring Kitty, but Travis is posing the correct question here, because if we go to the FTDs, okay, we can see that 9 million right there, but it's on 920.
Now here's the beautiful thing about 13Gs. They have to be filed roughly within 45 days. And so maybe there's a possibility that he sold a lot of it here, continued to sell off the rest for the remainder of, the week and a half, whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
That. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, he filed it as of 9:30 that he exited his position. And so, it's a possibility that he didn't sell all in one day.
Can I show you something really weird quickly on Chewy?
The question is, why the fuck are there 9 million FTDs for this then?
But look at the price.
There's 9 million FTDs?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be due.
Can I throw some tin into this?
Hold on. One at a time. Travis, wrap up, and then 10 shorts, and then Mongol.
Sure. Someone sold 9 million shares around this time. We know that. Look at the price. Here's open, highs, lows, close, adjusted close.
Mm-hmm.
And then volume. That's what you're looking at. It doesn't move.
That's what I was about to say.
I don't fucking get it.
And that's why I'm saying, y'all pass yourselves off as cynical people. Y'all still have faith in the system. It's like the markets are rigged. How do y'all not see this?
We're trying to figure this goddamn shit out.
He have sold it privately? Is that something that he can do?
Thank you.
2 RC Ventures, maybe.
My biggest question is why there's 9 million FTDs for it then? Okay, let's say he did sell. Then why are they popping up as FTDs? Why would they FTD a sale? I mean, you would see.
Did they appear on his sale date, or
they would have this? Okay, according to Travis, if Travis is onto something here, that he started selling at 920. Okay, then that would make sense why we have literally this giant order here. Because look, didn't he have like 9 million shares? That's $280 million right here. But why the fuck would it be FTD'd is my question, if it was a sale.
Does it somehow maybe have something to do with like how they deliver his cash? They're trying to, fuck him over that way? I don't think so. That doesn't seem right, because obviously the FTD is back end on the broker or with the market maker rather, right? It's probably swaps. It's probably got,
Well, from the day he sold, which was a Friday, that's technically 6 business days between September 20th and September 30th. And that's within like market maker rule sets that they have that much time for their thing. So I don't know if that necessarily plays in, but I find that
I think it does somehow. I think we have bits and pieces. I just don't see why, what benefit would they get? Like, it might have something to do with like swap counterparties, because they all trade between each other. So maybe there's something where FTDing on delivering the shares to one of their counterparties who's in this whole rigmarole, they somehow benefit and are given some sort of, leeway by, because I guess theoretically, if the market maker is failing to deliver the shares to the counterparty, and the counterparty is one of their other crooks, does the crook really have to put up the money then? Like, I'm sure they have some sort of exemption where maybe like the trade, I don't know, and so, maybe the person buying the shares from the counterparty has some sort of swap buying obligation because they were shorting it in the first place, right? Like, is that sort of making sense?
Yeah, well, what Mags is saying out in the chat too, someone said read Mags' comment. Mags is saying the algo interpreted the Buddy Chester sale as hitting the lit market, but in reality, Chewy bought them and retired them, thereby reducing the float, according to Mags.
Did they have the ability to buy back shares? Is that something they filed for? I think I vaguely remember they did, right?
I feel like if they FTD'd the sale, that means that this sale was passed off to someone else, or someone made a purchase of this many shares, because they needed maybe to. I really can't seem to wrap my head around it.
I think I may have just kind of put it together where basically, I don't know if anyone's ever watched it. I'm sure some people in the chat have, but there was there was a guy who did a TED talk back a few years ago talking about operational shorting and how they purposely fail to deliver in order to get better prices on when they have obligations. So basically, if Roaring Kitty sold his shares, then the market maker fails to deliver to a different counterparty purposely. That counterparty then would probably get a better price, and they might have something in place where, because they're both big players that have market making exemptions, the counterparty can have that order for those shares that they need, probably for some sort of swap obligation because they were shorting it to begin with to push the price down. And then by having their buddy FTD the shares, they can then get a better price whenever that obligation finally comes due, probably because they have some sort of way to cook their books and scratch each other's backs, right? Because they make the rules.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, it's really the biggest question. It's really up for debate of what's going on here. But again, when you look at the Chewy stock itself, yeah, it's kind of coming back down, but I feel like it's kind of forming. It's about to form like a breakout here. And that's what I just don't understand about why he would essentially dump his shares, why Kevin Gill is alluding to. And again, this is just my interpretation of it. Kevin Gill is posting all these spooky kind of things, and his dog is pictured in every fucking goddamn picture, man. Like, it's dog after dog after dog, almost like he's alluding to Chewy. So I don't know. It is very interesting. I'll let Mongol go here real quick. We got Freeman Project with the 5. Appreciate the 5, man. Racist Rapey Ramez apology tour kicked off with a 4K donation of PP Grift. Did he get to screw your wife for that kind of money? You can afford rent now. No, he hasn't screwed my wife. And yeah, rent's paid. So right on. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what Mongol has for us. Let's see it, Mongol.
Okay, no, I have a question because you guys are smart with the FTDs and all that.
Yes.
Right. So here, I'm going to throw some tinfoil at this. Okay. So this is what day? September 6th, right?
Yes. September 6th, he posted that he stops playing with Chewy.
Yeah, he stops playing with.
Which again, the way that we interpreted this whenever we were seeing it is because in the movie, right, in Toy Story, that's all just a dream, right? So that's why I can't really really put these two together. He posts the meme of him being like, I'm done with Chewy when it was a dream, but then he actually sold Chewy. So I don't know. It is very interesting.
Well, look at this. Okay, maybe it's PP. You're gonna maybe put it together out again. I don't know. This is just peculiar. What day is this on the chart?
That is
September
6th. Yes. Yep.
And what happened a couple days after that?
Yep. I remember we saw the run, and I remember we were talking about it on the show that we were just kind of like, oh, he kind of fooled everybody. Some people are like, oh no, I knew he was still in Chewy, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. There was a lot of back and forth from two sides, but yes, I do remember this, and we did proceed to see a run all the way up to the top.
He dropped the dog, right? The dog toy. He dropped the dog toy. And then would that have anything to line up with this September 30th filing? So where's September 30 on here?
Okay.
What happened on September 30?
His sale.
And what's the chart doing?
Looks like it's going down.
Looks like fuck all.
Again, the volume's not there that day. I don't think he sold on the 30th. I think that's the date of he reported that he got out of the position. So he could have, because market makers and big institutional holders have like 2 or 3 business days to make a filing. And for individuals, I'm sure it's longer for 13Gs and stuff like this. I got to go back and read the rules. But he could have sold, the 28th, 29th, 30th, he finalized his sell, and then it requires the reporting that as of 9:30, he exited his 9 million share position. Again, those 3 days, you don't see price movement. It's not there. It's not there. And even though the volume is there on 3 consecutive days, that if you add them up, 12 million total, he sold 9 million shares. If 3/4 of that is sell volume from his shares, where's the price drop?
Yeah, ABC says he sold the 20th, which I think ABC is correct because that's when we see the FTD come in for 9 million shares. So I think that it's safe to say he sold on the 20th. He didn't file it until the 30th, and that's what we're kind of seeing here.
So yeah, the 20th, there's an 18 million shares traded.
Yeah, that would make more sense. But again, what did the price do that day? It opened at $29.99 and it closed at $29.75. Less than a quarter of a dollar.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to take our attention back over to this real quick because I think this guy actually explains it a little bit more of what he's saying when it comes down to Chewy here. Hold on one second. Jacqueline with the 5. Appreciate the love, Jacqueline. PP, read Casey's comments on that post. He explains it well. Okay, we'll take a look at it. Freeman Project with the 5. I'm with Ross here, the only baggy IMO with common sense and money. PP's MAGA/Trump sellout was an attempt to continue grifting and not get a job. I do it because I like talking about the stock, man, and just because I take a political, stance doesn't really and shouldn't really make a difference. We got Jethro with the 5. To the people slandering Ramez, he's a good man. Haters can sit and rotate. Yeah. Again, I mean, you got like shills out here full on like tipping, man. Right on.
The shills are
more GameStop. Yeah, more GameStop. All right. Where the fuck does Jacqueline? Where the hell does he go into detail here? Because I wasn't seeing it earlier. I like his rendition of what's kind of going on here. Are you talking about his Super Stunk post or?
Maybe
maybe this is it actually. So he basically says you're missing the bigger picture. He caught them looking red-handed and knows somebody stuck with a huge payout in a position that was tied to swaps that will now have to be unwound, or they stand to lose massively if the price of Chewy drops. He goes on to say, you want to buy my dog toys, and I promise I'll give you as many as you want because I don't plan to purchase them. I'm just going to give you the IOUs. You hold me to the deal long enough that I get somebody else to promise they will deliver me the dog toys. And then while in delivery or dedicated to delivery, those toys were being shipped in boxes with other merchandise. So in order for me to get delivery, I have to take everything while everything is in transit. You finally decide you no longer want the toys or the dog toys. I have to pay you the new value of the dog toys because I never delivered them to you. And now I'm going to be stuck with a massive shipment. Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. So they were about to deliver on these shares because obviously they FTD'd his entire position. And then he was one step ahead and he sold before that. So that actually makes a lot more sense when this guy kind of lays it out regarding dog toys, things like that. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on that? I think there is a very real possibility here. He buys the shares, he sells them right before they're about to deliver, and now someone else is basically on the hook for this trade here, which could potentially, lead to some kind of movement regarding Chewy. Anything that you guys want to add regarding that? And then I'm going to go ahead and move on here. I do want to take a very quick look at some of the data with IEP, obviously. But go ahead if you guys want to add.
Yeah, read the next thing that this guy posted. The very next post, which is right below here.
So
read this one.
So he says, if you sell a bunch of junk into a swap and a swap needs to be unbundled, then somebody is going to want to mark up the price on what they need to sell. So no, this impacts more than just Chewy on a very massive scale. Shorts will need to pump Mag 7 for collateral. Very interesting, man. I don't know. I think it could happen maybe.
I think I've been seeing some I think there have been some crazy pumps in the past 2 days. So I think maybe that's what we're seeing right now is the unwinding of this pump fake, right? Because he was like, okay, yeah, because that's what he just described is saying, oh yeah, I want to buy this stuff, and they're like, okay, we gotta put it together and all the swap stuff because it's all fucked up. And then before they're about to deliver it, they're like, nah, I don't want it. I'm selling it now. And now the time frame from that 20th is, I think that's that T35, that time frame. I think that's either expired or it's about to. I think we're going, and I'm starting to see some weird stuff happening in the market. So, I mean, maybe it is Halloween. Maybe it's tomorrow.
That's why
tinfoil about that too. By the way, we can get to that later, but I just wanted to throw it at you.
No, I like it because that's why I'm kind of playing these options, and I don't have, or I maybe have maybe not really, maybe 2 options for Chewy for tomorrow's date, but most of my Chewy options are they're being played all the way through until the 15th, right? The 8th and the 15th as well. So I wanted to give myself some time in these options just to see if this in fact does in fact cycle. I think there's a very real possibility here, man, that we could in fact see not only a run on GameStop, but also Chewy here. I mean, I don't know. I think it's very much possible. I mean, my options would love it. Real quick from Bobby here. He says, in the movie Run Lola Run, she bets it all on 20 twice. This massive dark pool order on 9/20 was for 4.67 million shares at 1970, and GME traded 61.92 million shares that day. Did RK double down here? And let me see if you guys can see a better picture of this here. He's saying it's right around here. And okay, so there's actually some tinfoil as well that I had actually read. I can't remember the person to give credit to, so my apologies. But 467, if you actually look up on like a numerical 2-letter kind of thing deal, it spells DFV. So some people were saying that he literally signed like his signature with this purchase here. I mean, where do you guys stand with that? Because that's some fucking crazy tinfoil, if you ask me. I think it's DFV, man, to be honest with you. I mean, the dates kind of line up. If he sold on 9/20, he allocates all the cash here. We see a cycle happen on Chewy, and then we also see a cycle happen on GameStop within the same week. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on this being DFV here?
Yeah, and I think it would make sense if the Bears are in for a scare if he announces that tomorrow. I mean, hopefully that's
what I think as well.
I think if that's the case, perhaps what he did is that if he knew that they would have that all that stuff was going to get marked up because he was going to basically like pump fake the Chewy, maybe he then invested everything in the counter of that, all the things that would then end up going up in price as a result of this action that he took. So maybe it's GME and maybe other stocks as part of the swap stuff. Maybe it's the basket in general, right? Because a whole bunch of stocks, I think, that were in the basket also got a lot of purchases around that date. That was a very important date, I think.
Yeah, that's a great point. And also the XRT stuff. Travis, do you still have that XRT photo that we can look at as well?
I'll pull it again.
Okay, let's pull in Controlled Chaos real quick. Let's see what's going on with Control tonight. Chat, please give a warm welcome to Controlled Chaos. All right, Controlled, what's going on, man? Welcome to the PP Show.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What do you have for us tonight?
Well, just to muddy the water a little bit more. So I heard you guys going back and forth. It does look like you finally settled that he sold the Chewy on the 20th. So
yes.
And then you just read someone's post on X that they pointed out that was the 62 million volume for GME. So if you take 35 days from the 20th of September, it takes you to 25 October. But then, how I don't understand this part either, but everyone talks about they have an additional 6 days. 25 October plus 6 is Halloween.
That's right.
Wait,
that's right.
Say that. Wait. Say that one more time.
What he's saying is
September 20th, and then you do T plus 35 takes you till October 25th. And then they always talk about like an extra 6 days or something like that. I don't really understand it. The 25th plus the 6th is Halloween.
Partially correct. T plus 35 is not October 25th. C plus 35 is. You're talking calendar days, which is different than trading days.
No, we had already discussed this here at the show. T whatever has been confirmed to be calendar days from FINRA or the SEC or something we read on. I know that's I had the same reaction as you. I thought the same shit. I thought T or C was calendar, T was trade. Apparently it's not true. And correct me if I'm wrong to people on the chat. I remember us reading this from like a literal filing that it stated the T means calendar days, which I was also confused by it too. Correct me if I'm wrong out in the chat.
I believe what the actual rule is that they have 6 trading days from the moment of the trade, and then they have an additional 35 calendar days after that if they still need more time. Or I really wish I could remember exactly what the rule was, but it's something to do with market maker privileges. That much I do know. It's something that Richard Newton had specifically pointed out and looked up. That's where I learned it from.
It's
So
T
I'm not-
plus 35 plus C6. Plus
Maybe that's
other way
what
around.
it is.
Other way around. T6
No.
and then C35.
Yeah, Jacqueline says 100% calendar days. I remember it being. I remember for the longest time that we assumed it was trading days, but it turned out it wasn't. That it was in fact calendar days. I swear to God, I remember this. Maybe I'm remembering wrong.
Okay.
So I don't know the price. I don't know the price of GME on the 20th of September, but I think it's safe to say that when he sold his Chewy, he at least bought some shares on that 62 million volume day. I mean, of course, it's speculation, but so if he eased his way out of Chewy from the 20th to the 30th, and then eased his way into GameStop, it just looks like it would be hitting, any day now, and it could be, like you guys been talking about the 31st for a while now. So I just thought you guys weren't hitting on that, so I just wanted to bring that in.
Well, I'm trying to. I think what you're saying is correct, because I think trying to pinpoint whether or not something goes down on Halloween, I feel like is really like the tinfoil, right? Like no one's really like if you track some of these numbers back and things like that, no one really knows what day it's going to be on. But you have Kevin Gill posting obviously the Halloween theme type shit, right? I mean, like I can't be the only one crazy out here thinking that these are all tied in together. So I think Controlled is correct. If we actually track it the way that he's talking about it, and we add the T+6, because obviously we know that they're not going to deliver on these shares, they need the additional time, then we see the cycle start, which again, I think that we could see a cycle start on the 31st. I think tomorrow, Halloween, is the day, but I could be entirely wrong here. Controlled could be onto something, in my opinion.
All right, that's
Anything
all I
else
got,
you want to
guys. No, that's all I got. I'm going to jump off. Thank you.
All right, take care, man. Chat, let's get some love for Controller's way out. Let's bring in Rambo real quick. Let's see what's going on with Rambo. We'll see what's on his mind tonight. Rambo, what's going on, man? You're on the PPShow.
Yeah, man, I'm just want to know what's going on with the BBYQ, the Bed Bath and Beyond. There's all a bit of hype with the pollutes and on the Twitter. Just I don't know what we're up to with it.
Yeah, we're sitting here wondering the same thing, man. We're trying to figure out what day is going to happen in terms of emergence, things like that.
Yeah.
The two of the court cases that I've been waiting to happen keep getting moved back. Even the court hearing that happened yesterday. The lease might have got dealt with, I think, but the personal injury, I think, and another one got moved to the 26th of November.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, still some court dates there, Rambo, but I think it's coming, man. I think it's going to be a lot sooner rather than later, if you ask me.
Yeah, good stuff, lads. Keep it up. Keep
all right.
Good. See you
Appreciate it, Rambo. All right, chat. Let's get some love for Rambo as way out. Take care, man.
Hell yeah, Rambo.
Right on.
Love it.
We haven't had a shirtless guy on the show in a year, man. Right.
Dude, that guy was jacked, man.
Yeah, he was, man. He's ready. He's ready for the fucking emergence,
needs to go
man.
Personally get our shares. Knock on some doors.
Yeah.
You gotta go to his gym to get your Wi-Fi from now on, Michael.
All right. Let's take a look here. I know Travis has that one thing that he was going to show with XRT, but we'll pull it up here in just 1 second. I think he's just finishing up some food there backstage. So let me pull up the next post here for us to just take a quick look at. All right. Obviously, we have that going on there. Okay. Since real quick, we're on the topic of Chewy, let's just take a real quick at Zia here. Zia, I believe, might be onto something as well. All right, so hold on 1 second. All right, so according to Zia, you guys should be able to see this. Zia says Chewy is respecting 26 support macro breakout channel. Weekly shows macro outlook support. Daily shows signs of reversal beginning back to 29, according to them. That's very interesting here. I mean, I don't know. I think we could see a cycle kind of take place here, not only on Chewy, but also GameStop as well. I think the two are very much like tied hand in hand. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion. All right, let's take a look.
4-hour Chewy is pretty juicy, PP. Like the 3-hour MACD.
Let me see the MACD real quick.
This is the 3-hour.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And then it
looks oversold, which is weird. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was looking at the RSI, or I wasn't looking at the RSI at the bottom. I don't know. It seems kind of good to me, man. I think that we could see something kind of happen with Chewy as well as GME. And that's not just me talking with my options,
Well,
man.
even-
I really need it to fucking rip, man. All right. I need Chewy to pump, man. All right. I need it. All right. My
Hey, well, you
fucking
know what? I'm
options
right
are
there with you, dude.
fucked.
I'm in the same boat. I got calls too, man.
Yeah.
Pump.
Luckily, I got GME shares, man. So I think I'll be all right. You know, if it doesn't
I
happen.
hate to say this though, the one day is like kind of sad
Which day?
on the Chewy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's looking good, if you ask me. Something's going on here. I think that Shaw guy could be onto something. All right, we'll come right back to the TA in just a moment here. I just want to take a very quick peek here. Okay, there's a lot of tinfoil as well. Oh, yeah, okay. This is actually a very important thing that we should probably discuss here. Give me just 1 second. Sorry, I have so many fucking tabs up. Is this called reversal draw? Yeah, right here. All right, let me catch up on a couple of these tips, and then we're going to take a look at this here. Excuse me. We got emotional damage with the 5. Appreciate the love, emotional damage. Mrs. PP, don't get disrespected around here. Who is this new cunt? We got emotional damage with the 5. Is that Shrek? Jadles with the 5. Why the fuck were Ramez, RC Icon, Brad all on a yacht celebrating before we've gotten paid? What the fuck, man? I've got rats in my house now and rent's due. Hold on a second. Back up 1 second. What are you talking about here? Ramez, RC Icon, and Brad on a yacht? What is Jadles talking about here? Why am I the only person who's never heard of it?
Sounds like a good time. That sounds like a place I want to be on.
Are you just trolling, Jadles? We also have Mrs. 8 Ventures with the 20. Appreciate the love, Mrs. 8 Ventures. Happy early birthday to the broken teacher. Oh, big fucking happy birthday to broken teacher out there for 1031, as we say in the D Squad on Spaces, Cash App, and Profile. All right, right on. Appreciate the 20. Let's get some happy birthdays out there for the broken teacher, man. Good people, man.
Happy birthday, broken teacher.
All right, so I'm going to take our attention to this real quick here. Obviously, this guy posted here. He said, Hudson Bay Capital has opened its first ever long position on GME. GameStop for the first time since June of 2021. September 28th filing disclosed a 49,900 share purchase. Hudson Bay previously was short GameStop and covered after Ryan Cohen's initial purchase swing in December of 2020. What are your guys' thoughts on Hudson Bay here? I had commented on here. I was like, the same Hudson Bay that is redacted through these Bed Bath dockets. I mean, do you guys not find it a little bit coincidental that the same Hudson Bay that we see in these Bed Bath dockets, that's all redacted, that we believe to possibly be doing some kind of proxy brokered third party type of deal, right, on the side here, now all of a sudden is long GameStop, right? As of September 28th. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on Hudson Bay going long now, GameStop? And then obviously we know the connection to Bed Bath here.
ABC's
it's
right.
got to be something.
Like Hudson Bay Capital are on our side. I mean, at least in my opinion. Right. I think ABC was right. I mean, this is just more proof of that, right? And didn't we speculate that Icon was behind a HBC and like forever ago, people are like, oh yeah. Carl Icahn has a short position in GameStop.
Okay.
Maybe it was for them. Maybe
so
now that's reversed now. I don't know.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Also, Kinky's asking for a link. There's the link, Kinky. Here's the deal when it comes to this. I thought the same thing. I just thought, very interesting. You know, they're involved in the Bed Bath. Now they're going long GME. Now here's the thing. How would Hudson Bay be able to go long GameStop? Okay. If they're involved potentially with the Bed Bath play, and we believe that there's kind of some suspect here in terms of like mergers happening, they would not be able to make this purchase here. So the only thing that makes sense is, and again, it's not 100% confirmation as of yet, but to me, it's enough confirmation here that Hudson Bay most certainly did broker a deal here on behalf of the third party. Now, I don't think Hudson Bay is necessarily behind whatever's going on in this deal right here. I think that, and again, I've said at the show, when they were showing all those transactions that were redacted, I think those were really the real people that they were doing the deal on behalf of. So where do you guys kind of stand with that? Because if they were behind Bed Bath Beyond and like this big merger happening, things like that, they wouldn't be able to go long here. They'd be able to go long if they brokered a deal for a third party, though, and all it was a transaction. That most certainly I could get on board with. But where do you guys stand regarding that, obviously? Nobody? You got to have something, man.
I shared my opinion. I think it's good. Like, I think this is just them doing what I would expect of them. Like, if it's bullish for GME, right? People think GME is going up, and now we got HBC on our side.
Yeah,
I just didn't want to keep talking because I always talk. But
it says Roaring Kitty is backstage right now. I don't think that's the real one. I think we might have a fake one here. If it's the real one, right on, man. Give us a fucking throw us a goddamn bone here, man. What's going on, Foxen? Let's hear it, man. What do you have for us tonight at the show?
What's up, man? No, on that, I think a better question is, like you pointed out, not what their intentions are, what HBC's intentions are, but who are they buying for? Because they mostly act as a proxy when they take big positions like this. They're a fund, so I don't think it's unrelated, and I think it's definitely a part of whatever is going on right now.
That maybe they brokered the deal, right? Like, it's more likely that they're not behind the entire, bankruptcy itself and how we've been speculating, Icon's behind Hudson Bay and all this stuff. It kind of makes more sense that we probably saw some kind of like transaction most likely take place here on behalf of a third party. They obviously brokered it.
Yeah, and this is not the only, there's a lot of different pieces that we're all trying to figure out right now, right? Like what happened with these Chewy shares, were they sold to the open market? The GME offering, like, I don't know, man. It feels like just different pieces of the same puzzle.
No, I agree with you. I think that we are kind of coming up on obviously this whole thing kind of playing out here, but the fact that they've gone long GME, I think, is a pretty big deal if you ask me. So I think this confirms that Hudson Bay's there's no kind of party that's behind Hudson Bay that's going to make a move here. I think that it's safe to say they probably proxied something here on behalf of someone. Foxen, anything else you want to add tonight, man? Let's hear it.
No, man, I just wanted to come chill for a sec.
All right, cool. Yeah, you want to sit in for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Perfect. All right. So Kinky real quick sent us something backstage here. Is there any way we can someone can pull this one up?
I got it.
It's from Bobby, actually. Let me take a quick look at this. Kinky saying, did you read that post? It's fucking fire. Okay, let's take a look at it.
You see that okay?
Yes. All right. This is from Bobby here. All right. He says Keith Gill's mailing address for his Chewy SC 13G/A filed yesterday is 200 West Madison Street, Suite 3900, Chicago, Illinois, which is Barack Farazano, Kirschenbaum, and Nagelberg LLP, or buttfucking for short. No way. Buttfucking has a lot of ties to L. Caterton, and on Buttfucking site, under the experience tab, they have a section for L. Caterton's investment and acquisition. Sounds a lot like the GME investment policy. Very interesting here. Can we take a look at this buttfucking.com real quick? Hopefully it's not porn or anything.
Oh, God. You get immediately taken down. I mean, this is
just share tab at the top.
Shout out to Edwin Barnes.
Oh, yeah, hang on.
Edwin did the original L. Caterton DD. And...
See, I must be a real retard because all I can think of is L. Caterton. So, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you want to look at here?
No, I just wanted to see what the screen was referencing here. Can we go back?
I think this is their main website here. Yeah, we can go back to the post.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what was popping up under experience. L. Caterton's flagship buyout fund made a significant investment of $500 million into Dragonfly on March 2nd, 2022. Ryan Cohen was added to the board of Dragonfly 2 weeks later, which is linked here. And in that transaction, Dragonfly was represented by Nutter. And I've been searching for who represented L. Caterton in the deal and have had no luck thus far. Really?
Huh.
It says here, the best I can come up with is when L. Caterton was formed in January of 2016, LVMH, Moet Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, and Groupie Arnault had Buttfuckin as their lead counsel, with their combination with Caterton Holdings LLC on top of all of the other ties to Buttfuckin. Still, it is certainly interesting that out of all the securities lawyers he could have chosen, DFV chose to go with L. Caterton's lead counsel.
Let's see here.
Yep, there's that L. Caterton again as well, which is what I'm saying is very interesting. You know, some of these connections when you actually like track them back here.
Yeah, this is
there's
just
the Dragonfly. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah, you know,
and Hudson Dragonfly is still current.
They're not a small player just in the space. You know, they manage like upwards of $30 billion. They probably have a ton of in-house counsel. They do, you know, they don't mess around. When they're in a deal.
Oh my God. Wait, these people are actually called Nutter? Isn't there a peanut on the emoji timeline? Am I just like...
Oh, yeah, there is actually. No, that's correct. Yes.
Oh, man.
Roaring Kitty backstage here says, watch
right
fifth
now.
video
Right
again.
here.
What is fifth video? Watch fifth video again?
Fifth video? Oh, the fifth video in the meme timeline? Or,
yeah.
Okay.
Which one is it?
Like the fifth from when he came back.
Let's see.
Let me just look it up on YouTube. Hold on.
Oh, wow. French Toast is out in the chat. L. Caterton based in Greenwich, where Larry mentioned those lotto winners.
Of course.
How you doing, French? I wonder what alt he was
Maybe
using
that's
for the
what
last, like,
maybe
5
Larry
months.
meant by lottery winner. That Roaring Kitty just decided to go with them, and that's like winning the lottery.
What's the fifth video? I think right now we're still on the L. Caterton stuff. Are you finding it, Anastasia, or you want me to look for it?
Yeah. I'm looking for it right now. I'm just pulling it up on YouTube.
Hold on, let me see what this is. Roaring Kitty. Here, I got it. I can pull it up on here.
Okay, I got the video up. Let me just find the clip.
You guys should be able to see. I should be able to.
Yeah, give me just a second here.
Okay. All right, fifth video. I got it. I'm almost down to when he started.
It's the Ready Player One thing.
Oh wait, when I go to replies, I can't get lower. It's which one?
It's this one. I got it up right here.
How do you know this is the fifth one?
Well, it's the fifth video from the first one he put. I just counted.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
All right, play it.
So this is the fifth video. Whatever we're trying to get from it.
Let's see it. Yeah, we can see
it.
it. The overture. Ready Player One going backwards.
Okay.
So that was the fifth one, right? Go backwards?
Yeah. I mean, should we go fifth from backwards? I mean, we can do that.
He's going back in time in that video, right? What?
He's going backwards to get the first key, from what I remember in that scene.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure out exactly what that means for a long time now.
The key.
Like Ready Player One?
Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard people. I mean, again, I think the key is in the swaps.
I
Like,
think
that's
you
what I
could be
think the
onto
key
something.
is.
Yes, I think there's a very real likelihood that the swaps play obviously a bigger role than we're kind of led on to believe here.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, I've been
Go ahead,
trying to find
Travis.
some people who are like involved in
Like
that.
Ready
Yeah, go ahead.
Player One?
Yes.
Is that what y'all are talking?
Yeah.
That was the fifth. Yeah, why
That
can't
was
we
the
just-
5th video.
Dude, well, that's one of my favorite movies. I've probably watched it like 50 times in the last year.
Reverse?
Not in reverse. But have you seen them? Have you seen Ready Player One?
Yeah, fucking seen it.
Why can't we
Yeah,
go
of course I have.
backwards? Really
I don't know
fast.
how they got the licenses for all that shit.
Yeah, because everyone, I don't know.
Bill Gates did it.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
he
been,
said something, PP.
it's
and
been a couple
he said,
years.
Now plus 35 after that.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Oh, God. Okay, this might take me a while. Hang on. I'll look it up.
Okay,
but,
yeah,
guys,
you get
do
on
this
that,
after me.
Anastasia. I'll pull up the next post here for us to take a look at. I'm curious which one that takes us to. All right, so real quick, obviously, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Let me pull this up real quick for us.
While PB pulls that up, fun fact, everybody, I actually had to go through lawyer documents today for my job, and read through all of their their little snippets of oh, here's what we did, here's what we covered, talk to this person this time, and I was just sitting there just reading through them, skimming through them like I have done 1,000 times through these dockets, and I was like, I feel at home.
Yeah.
And I'm getting paid to do it. Let's go.
Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. All right. Real quick, while we're looking at through that, so from the 5th video, some people are saying that is not the 5th video. What is the 5th video, fellas? If that's not the 5th video,
Dude, Meister said, dude can't count to 5. So what's the 5th video?
I don't know. I tried to scroll all the way back down. If someone else finds it, it to be a different video, let us know.
I got a link.
Okay, click on that one. Let's see.
Why? I'm trying to.
I think it is. Otherwise, Backstage Kitty would have said, instead, he said plus 35 after that, meaning we just.
Oh, so maybe it is the right one then.
All right, here we go.
People telling me I can't fucking.
Dude, counting's hard. All right. Here, I'll share. It's
Go
the
ahead and share.
overture. It's the
Let's
overture.
take a look.
Here you go.
People are saying car exit. No, I think you guys are going down from 5, right? I think you guys are going. Okay, that is the same one.
Yeah.
This is the link.
Okay.
Do you want to watch it?
Yeah, play it one more time.
First, the overture.
And what's 35 videos from that? You can go ahead and go first, Travis, if you want.
Oh,
I don't know what the fuck it means. Does it mean my options are going to go green tomorrow?
So here's what I'm thinking. All right, we start with V for Vendetta. A lot of people know that movie. First, we start with the overture, which is a slow build-up, and then you move into Ready Player One, where you have to go backwards really fast, as fast as you can to get to the key. And then the ending was Game of Thrones. It was a scene where Daenerys holds her handmaiden's hand, wakes up her dragon, but the eye color is different, and I remember this. When the dragon wakes up, the eye color is not red like that. In the HBO show, that was edited.
Correct.
By Kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to piece it all together.
Someone said it means swaps, which I think is like, what he's trying to imply here. I don't know. I mean, from the 5th video and then 35 past that, would also equal 40-day, something around 40 as well. So I have no idea what's being implied here. I would like to see what the 35th video though from that one is. If anybody else can find it, let us know.
Maybe it's just simple, guys. He's just saying that he's going back in time on the timeline to late 2020, early 2021 to get the first key, and that's what he's about to do. He's about to basically emulate Ryan's first buy-in with just his proceeds from the Chewy sale, if he hasn't already started. I think that's what he's saying, or backstage is saying, is that obviously, I mean, I don't know if backstage is backstage, but I think that's what backstage is trying to point out, is that's what DFV is doing right now.
I mean, again, if we can kind of pinpoint the timeline and kind of be early on it, that'd be great. All right, let's take a look here. Obviously, we have Leroy posting here. He says DFV is buying Bed Bath Q bonds. We saw 4.2 million bid for the Bed Bath bonds. Do you guys think that it's DFV? Do you guys think it's another party? If it's not DFV, I personally don't think it is. But again, 4.2 million bid for the 44 bonds. Where do you guys stand with that? Do you have any reason to believe why anyone would start buying a shitload of these bonds like this?
Oh man, that one's tough, and that one's interesting. Like, how much was the trade? It was like 4 million, right? So 4.5, 4.2, something like that.
Yeah, it was a pretty big number. I mean, couple fucking million on these bonds, right? That are only apparently being paid out only 2%. I find that to be very suspicious, if you ask me. $4 million worth.
Yeah, and what they're trading at now is pennies on the dollar already. So I mean, it could be a gamble of some hedge fund somewhere is trying to like play this cool, maybe make double their money easy. I don't know. Could be Roaring Kitty, sure, why not? Not really his style, but doesn't mean he's not a finance guy who knows his stuff.
Yeah, also a lot of times people buy bonds in companies going through bankruptcy if they know that the company is going to emerge, and they'll either get issued new bonds, warrants, or just stock. So who knows?
Yeah. Well said. Let me go ahead and pull this up because there is a little bit of tinfoil. Actually, real quick, before we get to that, I want to take a look at this real quick from Bed Bath Q. This was actually a really good post to take a look at here tonight. Give me just 1 second. Okay, so this obviously has to do, Edwin is saying that there's some kind of like trust, SPAC, or shell companies happening here. Basically, to give you some context, he says, looking into this more, I like the Chewy offering of 16 million shares. I'd say there's a good chance at a connection here. Let's see what he has highlighted. 1903 Partners LLC listed here, Second Avenue Capital LLC, Whitehawk Finances, Tau Talents. We also have Sixth Street Lending Partners and also Sixth Street Specialty Lending here listed. Let's take a look at this one. It says here on August 10, 2012, Manchester United PLC, a professional soccer team in the English Premier League, went public with the sale of 16 million shares of Class A ordinary common stock for $14 per share. The sale, which raised $233 million, was led by Jefferies Group Inc., same Jefferies that works with GameStop, and conducted with assistance from the Credit Suisse Group, AG, and JP Morgan. All three institutions served as book runners for the offering. A variety of other banks across the world participated in the sale by offering shares to their customers. Shares sold in the IPO were both newly created shares as well as those provided by the Malcolm Glazer family, the owners of Manu, prior to the offering. So I guess he's kind of alluding to potentially maybe it being some kind of IPO here. Here we do have listed the same thing with Chewy, 16 million shares, which we know was dumped. When was it? September 19th, I think, is when we kind of saw that in terms of that offering. And here we have listed, I guess, some probabilities and numbers. I don't know. I think Bed Bath Q could be onto something here because we are kind of seeing the same kind of relevance with obviously a lot of the funds that were kind of coming in on this. Yeah, which one?
The last screenshot you had open.
This one?
Yeah, 1903 Partners LLC. That's a Sixth Street entity. So I don't know what he's hinting at there, but Sixth Street Special Tool, Special or Sixth Street Lending Partners, Tal Talons, 1903 Partners, all Sixth Street entities. White Hawk, not familiar with. Second Avenue, not familiar with. And the last three we know are a firm from California.
Okay.
No, just pointing that out. Fun fact. I know it.
Roaring Kitty said, backstage said, forget about the bonds, plus 35 after the 5th. All right, let's get down to this plus 35 after the 5th. Let's see what the fuck's going on here. Maybe it is important if he's mentioning it again. Again, I don't know if this could in fact be, probably not the real Roaring Kitty. I have no fucking idea. Anastera, can we see what 35? What's the 35th video from the 5th one?
Sorry, I'm still getting to it. Give me another minute or so.
Don't forget to carry your one when you're counting.
Yeah. Real quick, we got Beyond Regarded out there with the 5. Appreciate the love, Beyond Regarded. I'm going to dress up as a dumpster on Halloween, specifically a cum dumpster, given how long I've been fucked on this play. All right, right on. All right. 35 days from that. Anastera is still on it. We'll take a look at it here in just 1 second. If we could take a look at that Anastera here tonight. Oh, yeah. This was actually pertaining to GameStop that while we were still on the topic of a little bit of TA earlier, resistance lines with GameStop was following up until DFV's return. Run reached 0 on November 4th. So this guy thinks that we're probably going to see something go down on the 4th, I believe, of November. So something to consider as well. Oh, my bad, Jadles. I missed your chats. Okay, hold on. LaFura out there in the chat says, PP, the 5th video from this year is the car exit. And then T plus 35 is the Spider-Man / Black Swan video. Is that right? God. No. I'm not. I didn't see your tips, bro. Hold on. I'll pull up the thing, the full thing, and read them right now. Okay, Jadles, my apologies, Jadles. I was looking through Restream, not YouTube. Jadles with the 5 says, I'm not lying. Ramez has a picture. We fucking won and wag me. All these peeps under NDA, but I'm not. Laugh out loud. We also got A Spectrum out there with the 2. Been a while. Fat vape rip for the boys. Yes, we will. Jadles with the 5. We also have Jadles with the 5. PP, tell us why Ramez didn't come on the show to share the picture. I'm losing my marbles. Wag me. I'm still broke and don't know why. I have no idea. So the night that he was supposed to come on the show to showcase that picture, he told me that he was having something go on, I guess, business-wise IRL for him, and that's why he's not around. So I think that maybe we might be able to, maybe see him next week here at the show. I'm going to figure out what's going on with him, figure out what's going on with the picture, but yeah, he wanted to come here at the show and release a picture. I didn't know about a picture of them being on a yacht, though. That's new to me. So this is the first time I'm hearing about a yacht picture.
It's hearsay, and I've heard the same rumors, but
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, until we see anything. I mean,
a yacht? Like, that just doesn't... So he was on a yacht with Brad, Cohen, and Icon? I got to see it for myself.
I don't know if I heard Brad. Yeah. I heard Cohen. I didn't hear Brad or Ryan. I just heard Cohen and Icon.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anna Sarah, did we find that video? Yes. I'm going to go ahead and just keep moving on here.
Yeah, just keep moving.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up this docket real quick. We'll take a look at. There's a couple things with the second omnibus.
If you go, Anastair, if you go 35 videos past the car exit, you'll end up where it says you'll end up on the news one. It says GameStop shares surge after CEO steps down. If you go 3 back and you use the video we played with the Overture, you'll end up at the Fight Club one. You're welcome.
You know what? I'll pull up the big announcement while he's finding it. Unless you just found it.
No, I thought Travis had it, but now it looks like he was just messing with me. Thanks, Travis. Appreciate that.
No, I have it. You want to see it? Here, I'll share mine.
Oh yeah, sure,
All right.
please. Because like I'm scrolling through this video so slowly, it's terrible.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick while Travis. I'm gonna approve your screen. You find it real quick for us. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
That's fine.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it's not going through for me. So it just stopped one of the Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 12 one. So
I got you. I counted 35 from the overture. We ended this one. Oh, I'll just play it.
Gave me this. Please return your seat back.
Yeah, this is the one where this is the one about PP. At least I think it's about PP.
Fucking talk to her about me.
Tyler, what the fuck is going on here?
I ask you for one thing. One simple thing.
Why do people think that I'm you? Answer me!
I think you know.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Why would anyone possibly confuse you with me? You got it.
No.
Say it.
Because...
Say it.
Because we're the same person.
That's right.
We are the all dance crack. I don't understand this.
You were looking for a way to change your life. You could not do this on your own. All the ways you wish you could be, that's me. I look like you want to look, I fuck like you want to fuck, I am smart, capable, and most importantly, I'm free in all the ways that you are not.
Oh no. Tyler's not here. Tyler went away. Tyler's gone.
What?
This is impossible.
No.
This is crazy.
People do it every day. They talk to themselves, they see themselves as they'd like to be. They don't have the courage you have to just run with it. Naturally, you're still wrestling with it, so sometimes you're still you.
We should do this again sometime.
Other times, you imagine yourself watching me.
If this is your first night at Fight Club, you have to fight.
Little by little, you're just letting yourself become Tyler Durden.
No, you have a house.
Rented in your name.
You have jobs. You have a whole life.
You have night jobs because you can't sleep. Or you stay up and make soap.
This is bullshit. I'm not listening to this. You are insane.
No, you're insane. And we simply do not have time for this crap.
It's called a changeover. The movie goes on, and nobody in the audience has any idea.
Is that really the fucking 35th video?
That's the 35th video.
Bullshit.
Past the overture one.
Wow.
Now, if people are saying the
What
car
the
exit,
fuck?
if people are saying the car exit, we got to go up 3, and we get to here. And I'll go ahead and play this one too, just for laughs. It's 27 seconds.
I mean, what I find fascinating about this is that there's an argument to be made that Roaring Kitty is actually running this company right now. He is driving them toward a strategy that might be successful in the long term. I mean, what I find fascinating about this.
Wow. Very
So
interesting stuff. Yes.
Real quick,
There is.
I'll double check this. But I think some of the videos were actually taken down, and I don't know if those videos were within the range of the count, so this might be off. But yeah, I actually have to get going. I have a phone call that I have to make, and
all right, no worries, Sarah.
I will post about it later on Twitter, but or X, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Very interesting stuff. I think something interesting will happen tomorrow, I hope, because there's just too much fucking hype and too much tinfoil around Halloween.
We're about to be fucking locked up in a loony bin soon, man. If if shit doesn't start moving,
I will be
here.
rich and locked up, so we're
Yeah.
not mutually exclusive.
Right
Anyway,
on. All right, cool. Well, you heard it from Sarah tonight. Sarah, enjoy the rest tonight. We'll see you later.
You too, guys. Take care.
Take care. So I'm curious if that's correct, if that actually is the 35th video. I don't know what it all means, man. You know, I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking clue, man.
I mean, somebody can go and recount for me, but I counted 35. Again, from the overture, which I saw was the second video, because I can't scroll
Correct.
past May 13th. So I don't know why. It just stops.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there were a couple or a few before that, but the overture I was showing was number 2, and then the one with Game of Thrones, Ready Player One, and oh god, whatever opening scene that was. This one in front of you is the 35th video from that.
Yes. All right, let's take our attention real quick. Very interesting stuff that it's on the 35th video. Let's take our attention to what Citizen posted here today. Now, again, this is some tinfoil out here. I don't know how the fuck this is kind of, again, like looking at some of these like teddy books, things like that. The tinfoil is very interesting if you ask me. We obviously have a picture of a guy in some kind of like garbage truck, things like that. And I know Michael was kind of posting about this earlier today. Sure enough, of all things, we see Trump in a garbage truck today. I mean,
And it was over. How do you like my garbage truck?
what are your guys' thoughts on this shit, man? I mean, this is a post from, I don't know, is this Michael's post or?
You want to make it bigger and not maybe trade mine out?
Oh, shit. My apologies. I thought yours was already up here. My bad. But as you see here, obviously we've read the Teddy books very extensively. We know, and I can't remember if someone had posted under this. Maybe Michael's is better to share here. Hold on one second, because I think someone had posted under Michael's thread with the page before it as well.
Because there's also Vivek did it, which,
Yeah, I saw that today.
Yeah, so it's just.
No, it doesn't look like anybody else shared it, but we obviously do have Vivek and Trump obviously in some kind of a garbage truck. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts? Do you think that we've all collectively lost our fucking minds here, or
Probably.
something is happening here? I mean, what the fuck are the odds of this shit, right? I mean, this is just, I don't know. It's a little weird. Alpha's posting about it too. I think maybe there's possibly something here, but I mean, what are your general thoughts about it?
I mean, when you add in the McDonald's thing, I mean, that was pretty clear. I mean, all the Lego stuff. I don't know. I just like it seems to be a playbook, just like The Simpsons seems to be a playbook for things. And all the, with Ryan Cohen's tweets, the 2-year deltas, the 3-year deltas, the 1-year deltas, like so far it's been going according to plan. So it makes me excited.
Yeah, I think something most certainly is happening here. And I'm telling you, so obviously we had which tweets of Ryan Cohen's were deleted? The Botox one, right?
I don't know.
I think there was the Botox tweet that was deleted, things like that. I don't know. I think maybe he was in fact alluding to potentially DJT here. Here's another one right here with Alpha, basically signifying that maybe there is a connection here. I don't know. I mean, again, it sounds fucking crazy when you think about it, but I have no fucking idea what the fuck's going on here. So that's just my opinion on it tonight. All right, let's take a really quick look here. There is one last thing that we need to take my apologies. Actually, we need to take a look at this post here. This one is actually a very good one. Where is it on here? The big announcement, actually. All right, let's take a quick peek at this one. All right, we'll read this one. We'll call it a night. All right, so this is the big announcement from Canada Dry Noob. It says it's almost 300 miles from Jurassic Park to Cape Canaveral. Every detail matters.
Canaveral. It's
What
Cape
is it?
Canaveral. You're
Canaveral.
wearing a freaking NASA suit and you don't know what Cape Canaveral is.
I have no clue what that shit is. The stock was canceled September of 29th, and the share certificates were removed from the DTCC participant network on October 18th. Jerry was in the hospital for 365 days, but Ryan was only indicating a year generally before the stock return. More significantly, Ryan was highlighting the importance of the seasons, as we can see here. Okay. Yep. Following here. It goes on to say, Ryan gave us an analogy of the M&A announcement and the stock returning using the corn harvest season. The harvest started weeks ago, but peak harvest doesn't begin until crops reach full maturity. According to the USDA's October 21st crop report, crops were on the pace for 100% maturity within days. The October 28th report recorded no data confirming crops reached full maturity in the past week. It also goes on to say, Ryan also gave an analogy for the stock returning with Jerry walking freely again in fall. At first glance, the maples behind Jerry appear to only just be turning color, as most of the leaves are still green. However, the few leaves that have turned are at their orange midpoint, yellow, orange, and red. Furthermore, Jerry is wearing a red maple leaf hat, indicating the stock will return when the leaves have reached the peak color. Ryan disguised the seasons by making the adjoining pages appear as one season as Jerry and Teddy walk from spring to summer to fall. Okay, so it says here, great job, Cowboys. We need to get to bed soon so we can wake up early just like the farmers do. It's BBBY time. Because farmers and corn pickers work hard too. They get to work before the sun's up. We will get up early and have the best corn stand in the world. And what date is that? October 20th, it says right over here. October 20th and October 13th. Okay. It goes on to say another important detail is Ryan and his father lived in Montreal. The maples in the Montreal area are the slowest to turn in the province. In the book, Teddy, Jerry, and the boys are seen cabin camping and canoeing in fall, but the maples are still green. Oka National Park, where the maples turn last, is a popular local camping and recreational area, according to Quebec's foliage tracker. By October 24th, the maples in Oka and Montreal were near peak color. It's also important to remember that Ryan is a man of faith, emphasized repeatedly by Bill. Tishri is the holiest month in Judaism, and work is forbidden on the many holidays during this period. The Jewish holy month was cleared with the passing of Simchat Torah on October 25th. With crops fully mature, fall colors peaking in Montreal and Tishri coming to a close last week, only one milestone remains, the $24 GME close. Larry reminded us the merger agreement will utilize a GME closing price in the mid-20s, and the transaction will occur later when GME is trading in the mid-30s. On September 30th, GME was trending straight towards a $24 close as seen on the merger agreement page, and Teddy gets a puppy. It says Jared and Bill both gave warnings on September 30th this wouldn't be puppy day or the big announcement. Jared showed us we'd see a dip before the real puppy day, followed by the next roaring kitty rip. Bill said what was almost the big announcement had been delayed on the strong advice of counsel. Shortly after the October 10th, GameStop's counsel sold the dip. The last time GameStop counsels made a discretionary sale was the April 23rd dip, shortly before the run-up to the May squeeze. Just like in April, implied volatility has been at record lows. Earlier in the month, Ryan posted his wrinkle forehead close-up, a reference to the Warren Buffett face morph from the year earlier. Ryan is aging rapidly towards his holding company final form. In his 2 October 4th posts, Ryan also referenced 4 of the final emojis in the Roaring Kitty timeline. Pulte responded to Ryan liked the post, and Pulte pinned the like. Must have been important. Overpaid executives, both words capitalized, is wordplay on OPEX options expiration. Delegators is equated with overpaid executives, so the fire emoji is equated with OPEX. By overlaying the emoji timeline on the calendar with the fire emoji placed on OPEX, the timeline ends on Monday, October 21st. Looks like more strong advice to load up at the bottom last week. Kevin Gill has been posting puppy tinfoil again, this time with a Halloween and Goosebump themes. Goosebump was originally released October 27th, and Halloween is upon us. Puppy Day and the big announcement are knocking at the door, which, again, I really like the tinfoil kind of surrounding Kevin Gill and kind of like posting a lot of this like type stuff. Bears beware, you're in for a scare. Obviously, we saw that with Roaring Kitty. We did see in that same kind of video where the person like morphs into a woman. I don't know. But again, what are your guys' thoughts on that post? And then we'll start wrapping up here tonight. There's not a whole too much to cover here tonight. That's pretty much the main things here this evening. But anything that you guys want to add regarding some of these posts here tonight, or something that, or whatever we just looked at, let's hear it.
I mean, that last one from Pulte, it showed the Spider-Man. Went from $24 to $20, which is actually, I just realized that's what my, I don't want to say TA, my chart astrology is suggesting possibly might happen. Mm-hmm. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully we rip to 26 tomorrow.
I would kind of agree. Quite a bit of 10 there, but at the same time, like not necessarily a bad 10. I mean, you're connecting dots, and that's what we've always done. Sometimes connect the dots, see something that other people can't see, put it out there, and let the community do its thing, where other people can connect more dots or more 10.
Correct.
that's always been part of the play. I mean, we've been in this for 3 years now, and it's been absolutely, fantastic to see. Some people put out like, oh, I found this. I don't know if it really relates to anything. And then somebody takes that and go, well, I found this, and this relates to that. And then, like, next thing you know, we're piecing pieces of a puzzle together to put the whole puzzle together. So I like it. I think it's great. I think it just needs, more eyes and more people to fill in the gaps.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, again, we try to kind of figure out how this is going to kind of take place before it happens, but I don't think a lot of us are going to be able to figure this out, exactly pinpoint it right to when the day that we get our shares here. These guys are light years ahead of us. As soon as we think that we're right on the trail, we're about to find out what's going on, they throw curveballs left and right. So again, I feel like we're getting closer and closer each day. I think we're a lot closer than we were obviously a year ago, compared to where we're at now, but obviously things take time. There's a lot of lawsuits still kind of wrapping up here. A lot of questions still kind of left unanswered as well. So go ahead, Michael. What do you have for us on the screen here with Louis Vuitton?
So Dee just posted this, and it really stood out to me because I'd found a similar one where it was the teddy and it was also a butterfly from Louis Vuitton, because we were talking about L. Caterton. L. Caterton is a company of Louis Vuitton. And so it's just interesting that this is November 10th, which is the bond exchange, which was also the leverage buyout, happened basically a month before this. And the 15th, November 15th, was like the deadline for the bond exchange, but most of them were supposedly exchanged by the 31st of October. So that's why I've been looking. So the 18th was the bond exchange. That the 31st was the early deadline for a bonus with the exchange, and then the November 15th was the deadline. So
your mic's on.
In thinking about these like 2-year deltas and stuff, it's just kind of interesting to see this and how much this like really plays into I don't know what we
your love and hold your
That's how it's going to feel when we get our fucking equity, man. Right on.
So
maybe there is a connection. Who the fuck knows, right?
I mean, I really think like when you look at like who's involved, and I mean, I don't know. I think having Elon Musk and then Arnault, what's his the guy that owns Louis Vuitton. I don't know. I just think I think that they're big players in this, and because they have brands that they want to stand behind, right? You're not going to see Louis Vuitton on Amazon or Target or Walmart. And the way things are headed, those are the only companies that are going to survive. And so you do need a company that's a platform for real brands with real guarantees and real customer service. And that's going to be Teddy.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a strong likelihood, that we could in fact see some kind of unfold there. Go ahead, Travis.
Wasn't Louis Vuitton one of the brands from the old like Loop Ring Metaverse?
Yeah.
Thing with Apple, Nike, and they were one of the first as well. And I know Apple was joining, Nike got on board, and some other brands were mentioned, but could be something.
Yeah, I think it is. Ignoble, what's going on, man? We're about to close up here. What would you like to add here at the show? We're all ears tonight, man. Let's hear it.
All right, mic check 1 2. How are you? Fine.
Yeah, let me turn you up here. Go ahead, Ignoble.
All right, mic check.
You sound really far. Are you on your phone or something?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
That's a lot better. Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah. So I'm a few minutes behind, as I always am, watching the stream. And I saw that you guys got to the chips where the dragon from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, in the show, the context is the quote-unquote good guys are behind enemy lines, and the Night King takes out one of the dragons, and the dragon plunges into the cold depths. it dies, right? It goes beyond the pale. And after the good guys escape, the Night King and his legion pull this thing out of the water using chains and bring it back. And then what happens is the Night King steps up to it and places his hand on its snout and basically makes it an undead dragon. So I think it's an allegory to Bed Bath & Beyond, if I had to guess. And, I think that it's very interesting that he edited the eye to be red, because to me, that tells me that the dragon, so to speak, is going to be powered by possibly shorts that are in the red. And that this is all speculation. But that's what I see is going on in the video, or the hint is. It could also be a reference to China or anything like that, because dragons are very prevalent, godly beings in Chinese culture and things like that. But I wanted to hear what you guys had to say.
What are your guys' thoughts on it? I mean, Ignoble's kind of bringing up a good point here. I mean, he does kind of reference that scene for a reason, right? Like, it's in the meme for a reason. So I don't know. I mean, he could be onto something here. What are your guys' thoughts about it?
No, that's right. And like I said, I knew the eyes weren't red. I just
Correct.
forgot, were they normal or not? No, they were blue. Now that he mentions it, and that was because the Night King kind of woke up the dragon.
And
I like it.
Lancer said he pulls him out of the ice. Well, if Bed Bath was on ice, or Bye Bye Baby rather, from the bond exchange, it was just kind of on ice. Just waiting for the triggering event, because they had a indemnification, right? So they bought it through like an indemnification, which was inevitable, but it had to be triggered first.
I like it, Ignoble. Personally, I think there's something behind it, maybe.
Well, and then you also have to remember, for the Kansas City Shuffle, you need a body.
That's right.
And I think that body is Bed Bath & Beyond and Bye Bye Baby. I think we've got twins, boys.
Right on. All right.
We got twins, so double the damage. We're gonna fuck some shit up.
Fuck yeah. All right, cool. Well, you heard it from Ignoble tonight. Chat, let's get some love for Ignoble on his way out. Ignoble, love the tinfoil. Love the theory, man. Very plausible, if you ask me. Take care, Ignoble.
Thanks, guys. Everybody have a good night.
See ya.
Ice
Good,
is
Michael.
in like the ice exchange.
Oh yeah, with
like
T0. Yeah.
T0 coming to ice. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting shit for sure. All right, we'll start doing some wrap ups here. We'll do some closing thoughts here, real quick. My apologies, I missed some of these tips here. We got Jados with the 2. FTC was the hurdle. HSR plus APPA done. Launch it RC. We also got emotional damage out there with the 5. Ross is going to start menstruating because you said Trump. We also got Lancer out there with the 2. Larry Chang has a toy garbage truck by his desk. That's right. Where the fuck? I was sitting there thinking, I was like, where the fuck have I seen, this fucking garbage truck? And sure enough, I remember seeing it up there at the top of like his like desk area up there at the top right from what I remember. So I don't know. Very interesting stuff, if you ask me. Real quick, we got 5-0 Deuce out there with the 2. Michael looks like he's trying to join me without you. We got Bill Jeet with the 2. Let me squeeze in a few roasts. Bill Jeet with the 2. Travis looks like a Call of Duty skin. Bill Jeet with the 2. Why you turn off your camera, Travis? Bill Jeet with the 2. Michael looks like he buys GME in a cave in Iraq. We also got Bill G with the 2. PP looks like a OF model dressed as an astronaut. We got Bill G with the 2. Michael looks like a homeless leprechaun. Bill G with the 2. It is not No Nut November yet, Michael. And we got Jados with the 2. PP, I have a feeling that we won plus the day. I do not. I swear I have no fucking idea. I'm in this just like you guys, man. Got kind of thrown into this entire thing. So I think it is happening quite relatively soon. I think that you can kind of see that with evidence with Roaring Kitty's memes that he uses about us, things like that. Clearly there's something going on here, a lot deeper than just a group of individuals who basically lost their entire investment. The fact that DK Butterfly could literally emerge. They could have emerged literally 2 months ago and just kind of gone on with things and kept kind of shareholders, quote unquote, liquidated. I think it is evidence that something is going on here a little more than what we're led to believe here, right? The fact that GameStop board members all stop buying around this time that our shares get canceled. Look, you can put 2 and 2 together and kind of see something going on here. So let's go ahead and take it over real quick to Travis. Travis, let's hear it, man. What would you like good people at home to know as we start to wrap up this evening? Let's hear it tonight.
Oh, I don't know. It was kind of cool going through some attorney fee documents today and actually doing it for my job and not for the show and not for this play.
That's pretty cool.
It was kind of cool. And at the same time, I'm going through there and I'm just like, man, this feels like home.
Yeah.
But I will say with Bill G, some of the comments and the roast he just had, I don't know how I could be a Call of Duty skin, but I could see how Michael just crawled out of a cave in Iraq with the beard going. Although the beard is glorious, Michael, keep it going.
He
man.
looks good, man.
Which is the whole get-up's going to help you on No Nut November. Don't worry. But at the same time, we can have some fun, roast each other, and let's continue to do it and have some fun and see this play out. I think, I thought it was going to be October. I had a date picked out. I didn't want to say anything. It just passed this week. I'm surprised I didn't see anything. We did see some things with the.
What date were you speculating?
I was thinking the 27th, 28th. And then we had some of the court hearings get adjourned to the 26th of November, 26th, 25th. Somebody correct me. 26th?
26. Yeah. 26, I think.
And so maybe that's the reason for the delay. I don't know. I think we're close. I think we're in this, and I think I will see something very soon.
Cool. All right. Well, you heard it from Travis tonight. Chat, let's get some love for Travis on his way out. Appreciate having you on the show, Travis, and enjoy the rest of the night.
All right. Y'all too. Have a good night.
Take care, man.
Bye.
Real quick, before we give our closeouts, someone had mentioned, PP, can you mention the Holly Etland stuff? So obviously, this is clearly Holly Etland's Twitter account. Okay. I don't know. There were some people that were kind of commenting under that they were like, this isn't Holly Etland. I think it was like Kay or someone. I think it'd be very hard to, I don't know, somehow fake an image from 2012. I mean, this was posted back in September 16, 2012. Holly Etland is pictured right here. And it's funny because whenever I had tagged Kinky, she liked this post. And that's why I followed up with this, because I thought, okay, maybe she liked the post. Maybe she's willing to come on the show. I would love to have Holly Etland on the show. Personally, right? I think she'd be a great guest to have. I think that we would be able to learn a thing or two, but I don't know, man. I don't really know to what extent her kind of to what extent, she knows, if she's part of maybe something going on behind the scenes with maybe like these depositions and things like that. But, she didn't comment anything. I don't think she even responded to me.
But
yeah, she didn't say anything. So, yeah, I mean, she liked the post. Yeah. So when I shared this, I said, pretty sure it's Etland. She liked it. I think it can show it on here.
It's so confusing.
Where is she on here? Holly Etland. Holly Etland right here. She liked it. See?
I mean, she would know because, like, even though we didn't really pay attention to the bond exchange, I'm sure she was very aware of it.
That's what I think too. And, she keeps saying, like, look at the priority rule. Shareholders are like trying to tweet her and stuff, be like, Holly, where the fuck are my shares? Things like that. Look, Holly Etland, just like the plan, man, they were brought in to do a specific deal. I don't think really anyone really knows how this is going to kind of unfold here. I don't think anyone really truly has the inside knowledge unless you work for 6th Street, unless you are 6th Street, right? Who's like the senior creditor behind this stuff and kind of like, has all the cards. No one's really going to know. She was brought in to do one thing. She was brought in to obviously handle the dip, the roll up, stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. I don't think beyond that she really knows. Maybe someone like David Kasten would probably have a little bit more knowledge if in fact he's kind of performing a butterfly type of transaction here. That would make a little bit more sense. Maybe David Kasten would have a little bit more information. But when it comes to Holly Etland, I feel like it's like the plan, man. They're just like reiterating stuff that they already know, right? Stuff that they're already fully aware of and things like that. So like the plan man, when he says like our shares are liquidated and stuff like that, to me, they're really just kind of going off of what they personally see or what they think they know. So that's just the way I see it. PP, read Holly's bio. Okay.
Also,
go
when
ahead,
she came on board, like they were separate companies at that point, right? So she would have come on board just for Bed Bath & Beyond.
Right. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her bio actually says it right here. She says, avid cook, outdoor person, entertains frequently at homes in New York City, Fire Island, and Park City. I tweet only personal issues, not work. So I don't know. I'd love to have her on the show personally, if she'd be willing to come on. But again, I don't think we'd see Holly Etland on the show until this wraps up. I would love to try to eventually, interview some of these board members, right? Like try to figure out what the hell was going on, what your roles were kind of with the company. But I think Holly Etland just knows bare minimum. She was brought in to do a job, and that's pretty much bare minimum. Unless you work for 6th Street, you represent 6th Street, or you kind of, we're brokering this deal on behalf of HBC for a third party. That's really the only way that you're going to know. So I think they're keeping it really tight under wraps. And we'll probably see something kind of unfold as we kind of move forward. So, Michael, anything else you want to add? It looks like Kinky Sexers got here. I'll pull in Kinky in just one moment. But if you want to, do you want to stick around or you want to get going?
I guess I'll just piece.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I hope we have a run tomorrow on GameStop. But either way, I really do think that the gift cards ending tomorrow is significant for Bed Bath & Beyond. I do think the 2 years for the change of control for the bond deal is also significant, which I don't know if that starts for 2 years ago as of tomorrow,
yes,
or as of November 15th. It could be either way. But no, I really do think that's coming. Also, I think the chat was funny. This is my Halloween costume. I'm going to be a homeless emo leprechaun
Right on.
until either GameStop runs or we get our Bed Bath shares. So
yeah. Awesome. All right.
Love
well,
y'all.
cool. You heard it from Michael tonight. Chat, let's get some love for Michael on his way out. Michael, enjoy the rest of the night. See you next time. There you fucking have it, man. The goddamn fucking PP show. Real quick, we got some closing tips here on the way out. Real quick, we got Bill G with the 2. I saw a pic of Ramez. He's looking leaner and good. Glad to hear it. Jados with the 2. PP, you're full of shit. I know it. Laugh out loud, we won. You're goddamn right we did, man. And we're going to win fucking hard, my friend. The Freeman Project, a lot of people are not going to be able to, again, wrap their heads around a lot of this shit. And people are going to start pointing fingers, blaming people. Oh, you lied to me. Why'd you tell me about this stuff regarding never to get into Bed Bath, stuff like that? You'll see. You'll see, fellas. Freeman Project out there with the 2. Jadal's 3X fail, bag holder, porn addict, and nose ring. I like Jadal's, man. What's your deal, Freeman? Freeman with the 2. PP, get this $2 to Jadeless. He's almost homeless. Well, he can come live with me if he's homeless. All right, there you fucking have it. The goddamn PP show. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Whether you watch it, donate, whatever it may be. Appreciate your guys' support here at the PP show, man. So with that being said, we're going to wrap up tonight's show. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. And again, we'll leave you guys off with a dildo slap on the way out. We are doing a GameStop slash kind of tournament for Call of Duty Friday night here. So Friday night we are out on the show. We will be doing a competition. So if anybody out there wants to enter on Friday night, you could win a $100 gift card to GameStop. So with that being said, appreciate you guys tuning in. Love you guys. We'll leave you guys off with a dildo slap on the way out. And if we don't see you Friday, we'll see you guys on Monday. Love you all. Let's see what happens tomorrow, man. Halloween. What's the worst that can happen, man? Enjoy the rest of the night. Enjoy the dildo slap. We'll see you guys then. Love you all. Peace.